Indoor cats, outdoor cats, a little bit of both. Believe me, this is a debate that's been going on for years and years, and today we're gonna tackle that sucker. Let's get catified. Hey everybody, Cat Daddy here, Jackson, and yeah, we're gonna get into some murky waters today. The whole indoor-outdoor cat debate. This is not something that's gonna be resolved overnight. And let's get to both sides of what the problem is. On one side, you've got, well, are cats healthier when they're outside? Meaning behaviorally healthier. Yeah, they are. When cats are able to hunt, when they're able to forage, when they're able to just discover the problem-solving natures of being the raw cat, they are more grounded in Cat Mojo. That's what I call raw Cat Mojo. That's where it happens. When nature throws you a curveball, you learn how to adapt. And that is historically, where cats got their mojo. Now that's one side of things. The other side of things is safety. Now we know that cats who are outdoor only live a much shorter life than the ones that are indoors only. Indoors only have a lifespan on the average of about 14 to 15 years. If they are outdoors only, 2 to 3 years. Are you kidding me? That's a huge difference. Indoor-outdoor will fall in between, but you're still talking about a shorter life if they're going indoor-outdoor. So that's the problem. Cars are the problem. Disease is the problem. Fights between cats that can spread that disease, that's a problem. Birds of prey, huge problem. Bigger predators, nasty people. I can go on and on. That's what shortens the life of a cat who goes outside. So where do I fall on this whole thing? I think cats should be indoors. Hey, listen, I'm selfish. I want my cats to live a long time. I don't want to worry about where they are at night. I don't want to hope that they're smarter than a car. It's plain and simple. So that's where I stand. And I've spent most of my career giving you guys ways around the mojo that might be lost with cats being indoor only. That includes mimicking the hunt, catch, kill, eat techniques that you see in my play, or what we feed them, or the schedules that we keep so the cats can retain their raw cat rhythm. I have a whole book on that kind of technique. So I'm trying to make it work for everybody and to keep cats alive at the same time. Okay, that's done. Now we're gonna talk about you. You could either be sitting there agreeing with me, you could be cursing me at the moment, or you could be somewhere in between. I do have a favor though to ask you. If you are going to let your cats outside, this is what I'd like you to do. Number one, first and foremost, make sure that your cats have proper ID. That's a tag and a collar. Make sure that the collar is a breakaway, the kind that if it gets snagged on a fence or something like that, it'll just come apart as opposed to strangling your cat. But that being said, make sure your cat is microchipped. Only 2% of cats who are not microchipped make their way back home when they get lost. Number two, make sure you have the most incredible pictures of your cat that you can get. Full on so you get the whole face, body shots so that you can get markings. That way, if your cat gets lost, you get those flyers up there. Full color flyers, big paper, reward. These are the ways to get your cat home. Number three, make sure that your cat has had all of their basic vaccines. Pretty self-explanatory. Number four, keep your cats on a schedule. Now, first of all, it's not okay to just open your door first thing in the morning, let your cats go, and then you go off to work. At least not in my book anyway. I want to see my cats home by sundown. I want to make sure that I'm in control of their schedule and I'm not just hoping that they come home. That's where stopping free feeding comes in. If you feed meals, especially do it this way. You can let your cat out in the morning if you got to, but then make sure that they're hungry so that they come home when you call their name. Same thing in the afternoon. As I've always said, cats aren't going to just do stuff for you because you want them to. There's got to be something in it for them, and food is usually that something. Now, I've told you guys what I'd like you to do if you're going to let your cats out, but I'm going to make one more case for not letting them out there. You can still bring the outdoors in for your cats, and here's a few ways to do that. Number one, a Catio. If you've never seen a Catio before, you should pick up a copy of my book, Catification, or my other design book, Catify to Satisfy. Kate Benjamin and I go through great detail about what you can do to bring the outdoors in for your cats, and a Catio is a great way of doing that. So if you have an existing space, like a screened-in porch or something like that, you can make it a lot safer with very little money and get your cats that experience of going outdoors, watching the birds from there, hunting little bugs or whatever come into that catio, but that way you're still controlling the outcome of things. The second thing to try, harness training. Now, I know a lot of you guys kind of laugh when I talk about harness training, but if you've watched My Cat from Hell, you've seen me train many people and many cats how to work on a harness. Now, not all cats are going to want it, but if your cat is one of those cats that really wants to be outside all the time, they might be okay being on a harness. It's a step-by-step thing. I go through that process in other places. I won't do it right now, but consider that. Again, the idea is that you have control over the outside. The outside doesn't have control over your cat. Another thing that you might not have thought of is cat TV. Making sure that you have things like bird feeders outside the windows so that your cats can look outside and sort of passively engage themselves with that sort of raw cat rhythm. To that end, make sure that every window that looks out to the world has a bed in it, has a window box, has one of those ledges that you can get for very little money that create a nesting place for your cats where they could just hang out all day long and watch the traffic go by, watch the birds go by, watch the funny looking people go by, stay engaged. Finally, the last thing I'll give you, if you don't want to do the catio and you still want your cats to be outside, if you have a backyard, you can use one of those systems that you've seen me use on my show many times. There are cat-proofing fences that you can have in the backyard, some of which get attached to existing fences, some of which are freestanding that can come with you when you move, and that's as close as you can get to a win-win when it comes to safely letting your cats go outside. So, there you have it. The indoor-outdoor debate. You didn't think I was actually going to settle this debate here today, but at least I'm shedding some light. In my book, you keep cats indoors, and if you can't keep them fully indoors, that you try to compromise a little bit and keep control over the outdoors, like with catios and fenced-in ways of approaching your backyard. And if you insist on the cats going outside, I gave you some tools for that as well. At the end of the day, this is a parenting choice. You make your choices, make them wisely, make them lovingly, and what more could we ask for, right? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Find me on Twitter, find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook. Just find me and let's talk this out, shall we? All right, until next time, folks, light, love, mojo to you. Meow.